football dad's army. So the day after the night before Arsenal's most subdued negative performance of the season at the City Ground against a resilient and a Nottingham Forest side that wanted it more. They wanted it more. They was playing for survival. I know they've got another game as well, but beating Arsenal yesterday guaranteed them their survival, and by God was they up for it. They played us off the park. They bullied us off the ball. The team selection worried me a little bit. It worried, like, we've got a left back on the bench in Kieran Tierney, and he decides to play Granit Xhaka in defence in that left inverted spot, but also he sort of during that game he switched it and inverted right back with Thomas Partey. I can't understand what the hell he was thinking, Mikel Arteta, in that game. I think it was a very, very bad move. Granit Xhaka has excelled this season. He's excelled in that more forward, off the ball, making runs position, and he's excelled. And he's had his best season for Arsenal, in my opinion, in the whole 7 years he's been here. He's had the best season this year, but he drops him into the left-back position, inverted bullshit that he likes to play with Zinchenko, which I can't get my head around. Every team has worked that out. Every team has worked out what he's doing, and they attack that right-hand side. They've done it. We conceded the fastest goal in Premier League history against, was it Bournemouth or Brentford? One of them teams. I can't remember what team it was now. The fastest goal in Premier League history, attacking that right, because Zinchenko was out of position in midfield instead of being at left back. And we've got a solid left back on the bench in Kieran Tierney. Who's going to leave? He's leaving in the summer, and I'm gutted about that because I think he's a great player. He's got captain qualities. I remember a game when we was losing, and he rallied the troops. I think he changed the game. I'm not sure if he scored or he assisted. We got a goal back, and he was run back. He's going like that. Come on. He's got the gumption. He's got the balls to bring this team, grab this team by the scruff of the neck. He's a proven winner up in Scotland. He's won everything up in Scotland, and he hasn't got a look in. He hasn't got a look in. I can't see that it's on performances because he's not had the chance. I can't see that it's on his skill levels or his attitude or anything like that, because what I've seen of him, his attitude has been spot on, bang on. Even though he's been on the bench for most of the season, he's still got a good attitude. There's something wrong there. There's something that Arteta don't like about him. I think it's his, because he can't play that inverted role. He's not a midfield player. He's a fullback on the left hand side who loves to overlap, get down that wing and overlap and put balls in the box. What a fullback does, and what he did yesterday, Arteta, was totally dismiss that option with Tierney. So Tierney knows now that even if Zinchenko was out injured in the left back spot, or inverted, which I can't get my head around anymore, he's not going to get a look in, because Granit Xhaka played in that spot, but it did switch it to Thomas Partey playing right back, inverted right back. Tried something new. Why? Why do that in an important game like that? I mean, I know we've lost the title, but that's irrelevant. The title race was irrelevant. We knew it was like City only has to win one more game. They beat Chelsea today, and they would have won the league anyway. So we gifted them the title. We gifted them the win because we lost that game against Nottingham Forest. Against Nottingham Forest, a team struggling, and we gifted them that game. Last week when Brighton beat us 3-0, they beat us 3-0 in between losing 5-1 to Everton and 4-1 to Newcastle. They beat us 3-0. So if Everton can score 5 goals against them, Newcastle can score 4 goals against them, why couldn't Arsenal score 1 goal against them? I'm losing the plot with him. I said in an early video that I would, he deserves, You know, he deserves another season. He's done so freaking well. He deserves another season, Arteta. But I'm starting to question my own judgment. I'm starting to think, where was the man management? Why couldn't he get that team up for that game? They was already on the beach. I said it in a rant after the game. I said Arsenal was already on the beach. They're playing like they didn't even want to be there. Like they lost the title. They know that they resigned it, but they didn't show any appreciation to the away fans, the fans that went all the way to Nottingham to support them still. And I said on the video as well, I said, oh no, not in the video, I said it in the poll. I said, will Arsenal fans bother to go to Forest after that 3-0 loss to Brighton last week? Most of the poll said yes, they will go. So they're staunch, they're following their team. But their team let them down. They don't deserve the support they get. They was all rubbish. Every single player on that, but there's not one player on that team yesterday that deserves any kind of praise whatsoever. Not one player. And I'm so disappointed. It really, to have that much faith, the manager as well. The manager's got to be held accountable. I hope, I haven't listened to any press conferences, post-match press conferences. I hope he holds himself accountable for that. The decisions he made in that game, bringing on Pablo Vieira. What the hell? Why bring him on? Emil Smith-Rowe is on the bench. Emil Smith-Rowe, at a young age like that and not played hardly all season, is twice the player Vieira is. If we can see this, and we're not football coach. Well, I was a football coach. I did manage I was a football coach for a kids team a couple of years ago, for a couple of years. So I sort of know what I'm talking about as well with football and coaching styles and, you know, formations and stuff like that, because I studied it. But the player, to bring on Pablo Vieira and still leave Smith-Rowe sitting on that bench, I mean, decision making is he's got to be held accountable for. And I'm sick and tired of people singing his praises all the time and not pulling him up on his mistakes. There's a couple of channels that do that. I mean, you know, but sometimes they go a little bit too far. But they're right, really. They're right, because he's not got it. He needs the experience. I would have loved to have an Arteta as a manager when he after he'd had a bit more experience. So he'd go and manage another team first for a couple of years, then come and manage Arsenal. Maybe that should have been what he did, you know, but gifting Man City the title yesterday was unforgivable. Unforgivable. The players and the manager. Since Saliba's been out, we've not been the same team. I'm not saying Saliba was the only player that was playing well all season, because there's been a few others. Granit Xhaka, Ben White surprised me this season. There's been a lot of good performances. Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard's even done well, but he was missing yesterday as well. Odegaard tends to go missing like every now and again, don't he? And he was missing again yesterday. There was no get up and go. There was no oomph. There was nothing. There was nothing there. And we really lost this league when we lost that 2-0 lead against Liverpool. We went 2-0 up, 2-2. That is when we really lost this league, I think. And again, West Ham, that draw there, 2-2. Was it 2-2? I think it was 2-2. And the Southampton draw, 3-3. Then we lose on my birthday in April 26th. We lose to Man City. Was it 4-1? I think it was 4-1, yeah. That, you know, the title was gone. The title was gone then. And I'm so disappointed in the team. I mean, I don't even think I'm going to bother watching the last game. Well, I will, because it's everyone plays at the same time, and I'll probably have a football bet on that. So I will be keeping my eye on it. But I'm not even expecting to get anything out of that last game. I think they'll probably get beat again. I think that because they're already on the beach, mate. I don't care if they win that game 10-0 as it happens. If they come on and win that game 10-0. I still won't. I'm so disappointed. I don't think they deserve any sort of praise. To the back end of this season, this title running, I think we've won 2 games in the last 8. So either 1 or 2 games we've won in the last 8. I haven't really looked, but I know that's in my head somewhere. And I don't know what else to say. And I know one of the games we won was against Newcastle. So in the last 8. So we are a good team, really, when we wanted to try, and we battled in that game. We battled them and we was up for it. I don't know what's happened. And anyway, I'll talk to you again soon on another show. It's Lee Albert here. I'll see you soon. Ta-da.